Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So tonight we're going to talk about ex-Marines and what ex-Marines can teach us. And there's a whole bunch of people who clicked on this video for the sole purpose of telling me that my title is wrong, because there is no such thing as an ex-Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine, right guys? Outside looking in, that sounds like some silly gung-ho slogan. And it is a slogan of sorts. But the basis of it is the idea that going through that training changes you fundamentally as a person, and you will never change back. Therefore, you will always be a Marine. The other side to that is that that oath didn't have an expiration date, did it? So you will always be a Marine. It's the idea. That's where it comes from. And it's true. It is true. Most entities, government or non-government, that defend the United States believe what they're doing defends the United States. They swear a very similar oath. That's why even intelligence officers, even if they burn out, leave, just, I'm not doing this anymore. They've seen something or done something that offends their morals, and they leave. But they don't often talk about it. They don't often come forward. It's because of that oath. It's because of that oath. People are certainly going to point to Edward Snowden and John Kiriakou. Well, they blew the whistle. They did. They did. And there is certainly a moral element to what they did. But there's also a constitutional one. And that is what they swore an oath to. There's certainly a constitutional element to what they did. So I wouldn't say that that was a violation of their oath. More like there's an exemption to it. Because the main oath they took was to protect the Constitution of the United States. The other ones fall under that. There's an argument, there's a debate to be had there. Where I stand is pretty clear. John's a Facebook friend. I don't believe he violated his oath. I believe that he did what his oath demanded, and he did what his personal morals demanded. Oaths were a thing that were taken very seriously. Still are among those people with honor and integrity. What's a K-bar? For those who don't know, it's a knife. For the Marines, it's the knife, right? Why is that such an icon of the Marine Corps? Because it is the Marines. It's a symbol of them. It's a utility knife that is lethal, durable, everlasting, can be forced into any role. It is the Marine Corps. That's why it became the icon. I mean, is the knife really that good? I mean, yeah, kind of. It is. It is actually a really good knife. But aside from that, the symbol and what it says, that's why it's become synonymous with the Marines. The U.S. Senate is a symbol of every American. It represents us all, in theory. What does it say that a group of people in the Senate, a large group of people in the Senate, seemingly openly violated their oath to remain impartial? What does that mean? I mean, really start thinking about it, because there are a lot of ramifications to it. Especially when you factor in the fact that it appears they suppressed evidence to defend a man they don't even like. Most of them don't even like Trump. But they saw it as politically advantageous to do so. Why? From where I'm sitting, and I could be wrong, but there's only two reads. It's probably a combination of both, in my opinion. They believe that their voters are so partisan, they have ceased to care about truth, about justice, about the Constitution. Or they believe their voters are so stupid and so naive that they're not going to catch what it really means. They swore an oath to be impartial, just like they swore an oath to represent you. Nobody can look at this and say that it was impartial. It was political maneuvering, openly. What makes you think they represent you? They're going to continue to, or that they ever did. If they will do this and violate their responsibility to remain impartial this openly for somebody they don't even like, what makes you think they won't lie to you about how just a war is? So they can send your kid off to die so their stock in Raytheon or whatever can go up $2 or $3. What makes you think they won't lie to you about your Social Security that you paid into? And say, well, you really don't deserve this. It's an entitlement. What makes you think they won't lie to you about the economy? Tell you that you're in the middle of a blue-collar boom. Wow, there's been a 20% increase in family farm bankruptcies. Wonder if they got any big donations from corporate agriculture. I bet they did. Didn't look, but I bet they did. The Senate being a symbol of the U.S. and this happening so openly, what does it say for us? How does that represent us? Has the United States, the people of the United States, has their honor and integrity fallen this far that they would tolerate it? That they would look at this and say, we don't care that you wiped your feet on the Constitution as you went to cast your vote. We don't care that deep down we all know that the Republican Party suppressing this evidence means that Trump is guilty. Let's think about it. This whole time they said that it was a sham, it was a political show, it was partisanship in the House. We need evidence. And then when it's available to them, after they know what it is, they're like, oh, no, we don't need to see this. We don't want to enter this into the record. If that evidence confirmed Trump's story, believe me, they'd allow it. They'd put it on Fox News on loop. But they're not doing that. They're doing everything they can to hide it, to suppress it, because they don't want you, the American people, to know what it is. Because that would hurt them politically. Because that's what they care about. Power, not you. These people aren't your representatives. Much like Trump, they probably don't even like you. And when the time comes, they will sell you out the same way they just sold out the Constitution and their obligation to be impartial. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.